Good afternoon, and I believe we are live on YouTube on a Saturday afternoon. A little bit different this week, of course, it'll be an international break, so we have got some Division 1 and Division 2 matches to predict this week. So, before we go into this week's predictions, which we need to going to move on a little bit because it's 2:05 at the moment. Of course, these matches take place at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and we've got Mark Chapman in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Mark. So let's have a quick look at how we got on last week before we make predictions for this week. Good afternoon to you, Matt, CCFC gamers as well. Hope you can give me some tips this afternoon. We're going to try and win this £250,000. So, let's have a quick look at last week's, how well we got on. And as you can see, a slight improvement on the previous round. Last week we had 3 correct results. Norwich over the Jacks, of course, an away win for Bournemouth, and a home victory to Watford. So a little bit of an improvement on the previous week. If we can improve to, say, 4 correct results this week, then that would be fantastic, or even 1 perfect score. So, so without further ado, let's just get into it. So, first up, we've got Sunderland at home against Milton Keynes Dons. Currently in the league table, Sunderland are in 6th position and Milton Keynes are in 19th position. Recently in the league, Sunderland on the 3rd of November beat Ipswich Town 2-1. Prior to that, they had a very good away victory against Gillingham. Prior to that, it was a draw against Rochdale before losing at home against Portsmouth. And prior to that, they had 2 good victories, one at home against Crewe and one away against Swindon. Milton Keynes, on the other hand, they've drawn their last 2 matches. And prior to that, they had a good home victory against Wigan, although Wigan, of course, are bottom of the table at the moment. Terrible times for Wigan fans. And prior to that, they had losses against Blackpool and Oxford. And before that, Milton Keynes beat Gillingham 2-0. Let's have a look. Ollie on tour has gone for 2-0 victory to Sunderland. I'm a Leeds and Crewe fan. Well done, Ollie. Mark has gone for 2-0 victory to Sunderland as well. So before I make my prediction, let's have a quick look at the head-to-head between the 2 teams. So they've only actually played each other 4 times in the past. Most recently was in January earlier this year, where Sunderland, the Black Cats, came away with a 1-0 victory over MK Dons. And prior to that, it was 2 home victories, a 2-1 and a 4-2 victory. And prior to that, Sunderland away against the Dons won that as well. So everything's pointing to a victory to Sunderland in this one. Let's have a look what other people have been saying for this match. Look at that. A massive 89% are going for a Sunderland home win. A draw of 7%, and MK Dons going for 3%. So everything does look like it's going to be pointing towards a Sunderland win. Good afternoon, Douglas. You've actually gone for an away victory, the first victory for the Dons over Sunderland. Milton Keynes Dons, I think they've got a couple of ex-Cardiff City players playing for them as well. Joe Mason and Cameron Jerome, who's got a totally different haircut from what we're used to. I think he's got more of a sort of a buzz or an afro rather than dreadlocks, which he used to support at Cardiff or Norwich, etc. SG Minor, good afternoon to you. You've gone for a 3-0 victory to the home side. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a home victory to Sunderland in this one. Whether MK Dons can get on the score sheet, I'm not so sure. So at the moment, I'm going to give Sunderland 2 goals in this. I'm just going to check Milton Keynes' record recently. They've actually last time out they did get a goal, and prior to that they did as well. So They're only failing to score in one of their last, actually 2 of their last 6 fixtures. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to go for a 2-0 scoreline in this fixture. Next up, we've got Crewe Alexandra at home against Peterborough. So currently in the league table, Crewe are in 18th position. Peterborough, normally excellent in front of goals. They are currently, haven't even done a lot. They're actually top of the table. Look at the form of the last 6. They've come away with a very good away victory against Bristol Rovers, a fine 5-1 victory against Shrewsbury Town, a draw against Burton, and wins against Hull and Wigan away, and another very good victory at home against Oxford United. Now, goal-wise, okay, they do score goals, as I've already said. In 5 of those last 6 fixtures, they've actually scored 2 or more goals, with just the 1 victory, which was against Wigan Athletic, where they just scored the 1 goal. So we're looking at goals in this one from Peterborough. What are we saying in the chat? Ollie, until I'm a Crewe Leeds fan, but confidence of a 4-3 away victory to Crewe. That is confidence, Ollie. Do you go to see Crewe much? Well, not at the moment, obviously, because of lockdown and everything, but in the past, or do you normally rock up at Elland Road? Douglas has gone for a 2-1 away victory. Actually, you've gone for a victory to Peterborough in that one, 2-1. And Mark has gone for a victory to Peterborough as well. Yeah, I think there will be goals from Peterborough. It's just, can Crewe get on the score sheet? Let's have a quick look at their heads-to-heads. Let's go for Peterborough, of course, and they're playing Crewe Alexandra. Just pop this up on the screen. Where is everybody? Crewe Alexandra, there we are. So, Peterborough have won 29 of these fixtures. They've had 10 games drawn and 11 losses against Crewe. And when was the last time Crewe won? It was in what was it, 3-4 games ago? But that was at Crewe. But when was the last time that Crewe actually won at Peterborough? It's been quite a while. There we are, all the way back in 1994. SG, yeah, 4-2 to Peterborough. Ollie on tour, never been. Oh, I go to Leeds. Well done. It's at Crewe. Yeah, it is at Crewe. Thank you for that, Ollie. Let's have a look at their away form, Peterborough. Very good. Yeah, fantastic. Winning 3 of their last. Yeah, they've won 3 times on the road recently. So it's all looking for a Peterborough victory. This one, let's have a look at their home scoring record. Crewe, okay, they failed to score in their last 2 home fixtures, Crewe Alexandra. Before that, they gained a draw against Blackpool. So I think Peterborough are going to score a couple of goals in this one. It just remains, will they keep a clean sheet or not? Let's have another look at Crewe, Peterborough's form. Yeah, Bristol Rovers, that is a good away win. Yeah, I'm going to keep with a 2-0 victory on the road for this one to Peterborough Town. Next up, we have got Bristol Rovers at home against Fleetwood. I think Fleetwood aren't having the best of seasons this year. Mark Chapman, looking forward to the Manchester United Leeds next month. Oh yeah, that's going to be a tasty affair. Very tasty. Right then, so next up, as I said, Bristol Rovers at home against Fleetwood Town. Bristol Rovers currently in 15th position, winning 2 of their last 6 matches. Last time out, okay, they suffered defeat at home against Peterborough. Peterborough, of course, top of the table. Prior to that was a draw against Rochdale, and prior to that, a home loss against Hull City. So not in the best of form, Bristol Rovers. Fleetwood currently in 10th position, losing one of their last 4 fixtures, which was an away defeat against Charlton. Prior to that, they had 3 good victories. I think before that they were in a little bit of dire form, Fleetwood, but yeah, they didn't concede in that run of 3 victories, which was against Gillingham, Shrewsbury Town and Oxford. So yeah, interesting one to pick, this one. Let's have a look what other people are saying. We've got tight match, this one. So 39% of viewers are going for a Bristol Rovers victory, 29% for a draw, and 33% for Fleetwood. So interesting. Bristol Rovers 2-1. Mark Chapman is saying. SG Miners going for a draw. The Dugout Football Channel. Bristol Rovers 1, Fleetwood Town 2. Interesting. Yeah, Fleetwood are in fine form. This is going to be a tight match. There's only going to be 1 goal in this, isn't there? Let's have a look at their head-to-heads. Just bear with me a moment. So, we're going Bristol Rovers against Fleetwood. Fleetwood. Joey Barton's still managing there, I think, isn't he? Yeah, they've actually they've played them 12 times. 4 victories to Bristol Rovers, 4 draws, and 4 victories to Fleetwood Town. Bristol Rovers haven't actually lost against Fleetwood. 5 games ago that they last lost, and prior to that it's been, look at that, 3 0-0 draws early in the year. So tight matches they're going to have. Let's have a look at Bristol Rovers again. Their recent form, not great. We did have this is going to be a draw or a loss, I believe. I'm not sure about team use. Injuries and all that sort of thing could come into play in this match. Yeah, only going to be one goal in this one, I think. Decisions. Pundits to see. Jeff Stelling is predicting a draw in this one. Odds are 23-10 a draw. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to go for an away win. Yeah, let's go for it. Only 1 goal in it, as I said. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Fleetwood in this one. Okay, next up, we got Hull City, the Tigers, at home against Burton Albion, also taking place in League Division 1. I remember actually going to Burton about, 2, 3, 4 seasons ago. Nice little ground up there in the Midlands. So we've got Hull City, currently in 5th position, and Burton currently occupying 23rd position. So just looking briefly at the league table is going to be pointing towards a Hull City victory in this one. Burton Albion, okay, drew last time out against Shrewsbury, and Shrewsbury are only 1 position above them. Prior to that, they haven't actually won in. Well, I think they've won once this season. When was the last time they won? Won in the league, which was a home victory against Accrington Stanley. Not the best of form at all. Okay, picking up a few draws here and there. Hull City losing last time out away against Swindon. Yeah, but they have been playing Bristol. They did get that victory against Bristol Rovers. Prior to that, a narrow loss against Peterborough. I'm not sure how that went, whether Peterborough were dominant in that match. Prior to that, Hull City, beating Wimbledon and Rochdale. So this one points to a home victory. They have been conceding. They've conceded in the last 3 fixtures, Hull have. So it looks like they've got a bit of a leaky defence, but they are scoring goals as well. At home, Let's have a look at their home record. They've actually won 7 out of their 10 matches, so in very good form. Yeah, at home once. It's been 1-0. Look at that. We've got 1-0 against Wimbledon, 1-0 against Plymouth, and 1-0 against Crewe. Can they make it 4 games on the trot? A 1-0 home win, or can there be more goals in this? Yeah, Burton near the bottom. Surely they're going to win this one. Let's go for a 3-1. I think there'll be goals in this one for Hull. I'm going to go for a 3-1 home victory to Hull. Let's have a look what they're saying in the chat. So SG Minor has said 2-0 to Hull. Doug has gone for 4-0 to Hull City. And Mark Chapman has gone for 3-0 to Hull City. So, yeah, everyone seems to be agreeing. And look at that. Predictions so far from people who's playing the Super Saturday Soccer 6. 90% of people are going for a Hull victory. And hello, Harry Doherty. How are you today? I hope you're having a good afternoon. Of course, no international football today. How's your day been? Yeah, it's been good. Having to do the video in the afternoon today. Myself and Nathan had a bit of a busy morning this morning. We had some business to take care of. But yeah, so on that last fixture, as I was saying, guys, going for a Hull 3-1 home victory. Next up, we've got Northampton Town at home against Accrington Stanley. Let's have a quick look at the league table for this one. There we go. Not sure what's happening there with the league table. Gone a little bit skew with. Let's pop out of there. So we've got Northampton against Accrington Stanley. So Northampton currently occupying 17th position. Their recent form, not too well, 2 victories in the last 6 fixtures. Last time was a 0-0 draw at home against Milton Keynes Dons. Prior to that, okay, they had a good victory against Wigan, but Wigan have only won 2 matches out of 11 this season so far. Prior to that, okay, losses against Portsmouth and Charlton, and a good victory against Swindon. Prior to that, it was an away defeat, against Plymouth. Accrington Stanley, on the other hand, I think they won their last fixture. They did. A good victory at home against Fleetwood. Prior to that, it was an away loss against Ipswich. And prior to that, 2 wins. They haven't actually drawn a match this season at Accrington. Interesting. Northampton. Yeah. Okay, drawing last time out, but those teams, they're playing at the bottom of the table there. So I'm edging more to an Accrington Stanley victory in this one, particularly as Accrington haven't drawn a match this season. But, you know, draws can happen at any time. Let's have a look what they're saying on the Sky Predictor, or the stats. Yeah, we've got 41% of people tipping Northampton to win this one. We're going for a draw of 45%, and Accrington Stanley just the 15%. I'm edging towards a little bit of a shock to what those stats are saying. I'm going towards an Accrington Stanley win. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Mark Chapman's going for a draw of 0-0. SG Minor's going for a 1-0 Accrington Stanley win. And Douglas has gone for a draw as well. Yeah, I can see where you guys are coming from for a draw. Yeah, difficult one. Actually, we got a couple of draws there. Why is that draws? Accrington Stanley. No draws there. No draws at all. Bit perplexed by that. Actually, I've got the Oxford match. What did we... Northampton. Yeah, Northampton. Stats. Yeah, okay. Harry's going for a 1-1 draw as well. Yeah, very tempted to go with a chat in this one. However, I'm going to stick to my guns. And I think I'm going to go for an Accrington Stanley away victory. But, yeah, Northampton don't score a lot of goals. Okay, they did get those 3 goals away against Wigan. Should really be looking at, you know, the team news for these matches as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, they haven't actually got the teams on here. You can't actually see that on the screen there. So yeah, I'm going to go for an away victory in this one to Accrington Stanley. I think it's going to end up 2-1 to Stanley in this one. Okay, so next up we have got the final fixture of the afternoon in this Sky Bet Super 6, and it's Bradford at home against Exeter. Now this is in League 2. Slow internet this afternoon. Yeah, Bradford Exeter. Interesting game. So, Bradford currently in 16th position. Exeter in 4th position. Exeter haven't lost in their last 6 fixtures. It's been going draw, win, win, draw, win, draw. Away from home, they've gained 3 draws in those last 6 fixtures, and at home they've been very, very strong, where they've gained victory. Yeah, so it doesn't look like Exeter are gonna lose this match. Bradford, on the other hand, okay, winning at home. Prior to that, they lost their 3 fixtures, which was 1-0 defeats against Barrow, Bolton and Newport County. Prior to that, it was a draw against Walsall, and prior to that, it was a good victory away against Mansfield. So, all over their form is all over the place. Let's have a look at Exeter again. Yeah, I think this is going to end up in a draw. Let's have a look what the rest of Sky is saying in this one. So, stats-wise, yeah, we've got 32% of people predicting a win to Bradford in this one. A draw, 20%, and Exeter, they've gone for 48%. So favouring a win to either side in this one. In the chat, we've gone for Mark Chapman, has gone for a 2-1 victory to Bradford. Douglas, the Dugout Football Channel, good afternoon Douglas, has gone for a 2-0 away victory to Exeter City. Yes, down there on the south coast. I've actually been to Exeter a couple of times. I think I've just passed through Bradford in the past. SG Minor going for an away victory to Exeter as well. Difference of opinion in the chat. So, got one person going for Bradford and 2 people going for Exeter. Let's have a look at their heads-to-heads, shall we? Still got half an hour before the deadline on this one. So we're looking at Bradford. If I can find them. It looks like Bradford doesn't exist. That's because I'm in the wrong league there. Right, okay. Bradford City. Playing Exeter. Okay. Head to head. Bradford versus Bradford, that is. Football League, come on, where are we? Division 2. Bradford versus, let me type this in here. Bradford v Exeter. Head to head. That's better. I'll take us straight to it now. Okay, so games won, Bradford 16, games drawn 11, and there's been 15 victories to Exeter City. Yeah, recent form. Okay, they won their last match, which was at home, which was 2-0. That was back in November 2019, and prior to that, it was wins to Exeter City. Tough one to call, this one. Chat's going for Exeter. They are up there, Bradford, but they beat Southend are absolutely terrible in all sorts of disarray, aren't they? So anybody in this division are going to beat Southend, so we'll discount that one. So yeah, it's either going to be a draw or a victory. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for another away victory to Exeter. It's going to be close. Exeter, okay, they've scored more than 2 goals in one of their last 6 matches. It's normally a 1 or 2, so they're going to get 1 or 2 goals. Conceding wise, a couple of clean sheets. Let's have Bradford. Are they scoring? Yeah, okay. Up until that Southend fixture, they hadn't scored in 3 matches, and prior to that, they scored 1 goal and 3. So we're looking at an Exeter City win here. Will they score more? Yeah, I think they're going to score 2 goals, but will it be a clean sheet? Could well be. Yeah, let's go for a 2-0 away victory. I'm going to agree with the chat with this one. I don't think Exeter are going to score in this one. Douglas, I'm going to go for a 2-0. Exactly the same as you. Hopefully your knowledge and wisdom will, whatever it is, I think it's 5 points for a correct scoreline in this one. So let's go for a 2-0 away victory to Exeter City. So that concludes my 6 predictions this week. So let's have a quick brief run through them. So we've gone for a 2-0 win, home win to Sunderland in this one. We've gone for 2-0 away victory for Peterborough over Crewe Alexandra. We've gone for another away victory, this time to Fleetwood, who are taking on Bristol Rovers. I think they're Gas, their nicknames is. We've gone for a Hull City home victory over Lowly Lane, Burton Albion 3-1. Then we've gone for another away victory in the next fixture. So we've gone for Northampton 1 and Accrington Stanley 2. And in the final fixture of this Soccer 6, we've gone for another away win. And in this one, we've gone for Bradford City 0, Exeter 2. Now, we do have a tiebreaker, of course, which is the golden goal prediction. So if you could all get in to the chat when you think the golden goal will be scored this week. I think last week it was in the 9th minute. I think we predicted 6. This is in mainly in Division 1 and Division 2. So I'm still looking under 10 minutes for the first goal. Mark Chapman has gone for 8th minute first goal. By the way, Harry Doherty has gone for an Exeter 2-0 victory as well. So SG Minor, I think it's going to be a little bit later than normal. It's going for the 11th minute. And I'm erring on the side of some like 6, 7 or 8. Anyone else? No one else in the chat wanted to contribute on that one? No? Okay, so I'm going to go for the 7th minute in this one. And I'm going to click on go head to head with Jeff, which is giving me a thumbs up, and I'm going to submit my entry. And there we are. I'm not going to place any bets on Sky this week, but if the ACCA on this one, if you put a £10 note on the results of these Soccer 6 which we've just selected, you get odds of 69 to 1. So a £10 would get you returns of £700 and 91 pence. Let's have a look at what we'd have if it was a fiver. Of course, you put £5 on these results, you get £350. And if you're a bit of a skinflint, like I am sometimes, which is either £1, which you get £70 of course, or 2, you would come away with £140, but not a betting man at the moment. So that concludes the video. for the live stream. Thanks everybody for watching and contributing again this week. Mark Chapman, lucky 7. Indeed, lucky 7. The Dugout Football, 9th minute again for me, gone for 9 again, Douglas. Excellent. So I'm going to, well, what have we got? It's now 2:36. I've submitted my scores for this week without any football apart from in Division 1 and Division 2 and non-league, of course. Is there some? I think there are international fixtures today. Yeah, we've got Portugal against France this evening, Sweden against Croatia. That's in League A, Group 3 of the Nations League. We've got Germany against Ukraine, Switzerland at home against Spain. That's going to be a tasty fixture. Azerbaijan, Montenegro, Cyprus against Luxembourg, Malta, Andorra, Latvia at home against Faroe Islands, and in League D, Group 2, we've got San Marino against Gibraltar, which is a bit of a battle of the minnows there. In the World Cup, if you don't know about this, Chile actually come away with a 2-0 home victory over Peru, and Brazil beat Venezuela as well overnight. And then there's also Africa Cup of Nations taking place as well. When are you doing the Premier League predictions? Right, Mark, we're going to we usually record the Premier League predictions video on a Tuesday evening or a Wednesday evening. That'll happen again this coming week. I've got a lot of preparation to do as well, where I have to add up everyone's scores from the previous week. So that's a lot of work to do. Where I think there's around about 90 people played last week in there. Actually, while you're online there, Mark, let's have a quick look. I can show you, give you all a little bit of a sneak preview into my little spreadsheet here. Actually, let's have a look. Yeah, last week, which was week 7. Is that right? No, it was week 8, wasn't it? I haven't saved it. Yeah, okay, but actually, that is the wrong one. I think I came away with something like 6 or 7 points last week. There weren't too many high scores in the Premier League predictions last week. I'm not sure where they've all gone actually. Premier League predictions. Here we go. Is that it? Week 8, week 9. I think it was week 8, wasn't it? Because Arsenal lost at home against Aston Villa. Yeah, actually, I did terribly. I came away with 5 points last week. Nathan actually came away with 6. Representing the viewers, a guy called Jason Lee, and he came away with 5 points in week 8. But I can actually tell you, actually, have a look how many points you got, Mark. Let's have a look. Mark Chapman, you actually came away with 7 points last week, Mark, and you had 1 perfect score last week. So I am near the bottom. Let's have a look where you are in the league currently. Let's have a look. I'll tell you where you are now. I know you found things a little bit difficult at the start of the season, but I think you picked up this week. You're actually in 40th position there, Mark, in the division. You played 8 times, which means you've played every single week. You've had, as I said, you had 7 points this week. Overall, you've had 2 perfect scores, and you've got 38 points overall. But top of the leaderboard at the moment is Mahmoud Conte, and Mahmoud has got 63 points overall. He's actually predicted 10 perfect scores in these in the 8 game weeks that we've been playing. So he's doing ever so well. Second in the league table is Hassan Ali with 57 points overall. Wow, life begins at 40, yes. So, I think I'll leave it there for this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. This week, of course, no Premier League fixtures, unfortunately, this weekend. But I'm looking forward to watching Wales play tomorrow afternoon. Nathan's going to be doing a live stream for that, so he'll be online tomorrow afternoon around about 10 to 5 for the Wales match. If there's anything you'd like to add, just hit it quickly in the comment section, because I'm going to crack on with some other business that I need to attend to this afternoon. I've actually got some work to be doing, so yeah, that's going to take me about an hour. Yeah, cheers, Mark. Stay safe yourself. It's at the moment in Wales, it's well, here in South Wales, it's not very nice. It's very, very dark outside, and it's actually belting down with rain. So no change there for a normal weekend in South Wales. Don't know where you live in the world, Mark. Somewhere in England, I presume. Douglas, we know you're from Scotland. SG Minor, thanks for the stream. Win tomorrow means we win the Champions League group. That's right. I think we do. And we'll go up to the... is that Division 1 there, or League 1? We go up to SG Minor? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that again. But, yeah, thanks for taking your time out this afternoon. On this Saturday afternoon. Appreciate it. Look out for the Premier League predictions that are coming out. They'll probably come out late Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning. Remember to tune in to Nathan's channel tomorrow afternoon for the Wales match. Wakefield in Yorkshire. Wakefield. Isn't that where Jay McDonald comes from? That sort of area. Famous Yorkshiremen, yeah, like Darren Goff, and yeah, last of the summer wine country as well. So Leeds United, of course. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, cheers everybody for watching. I bid you farewell, and